I'm very, very excited to introduce Alla. Alla Zhdan is a seasoned community strategist with over a decade of experience building and nurturing communities across both tech and non-tech spaces. She will be talking about community leaders, how to find, attract, and support them. She creates inclusive environments where knowledge sharing, visibility, and collaboration thrive, especially for women in machine learning, AI, and data science as part of the, please Allah, forgive me, WIM-led non-profit project, which stands for Women in Machine Learning and Data Science. Alla is the founder of the Community Media, a platform supporting community professionals through curated resources, mentorship, and storytelling from across 40 plus European countries. Her work bridges strategy, content, and operations with a strong focus on impact-driven data-informed community building, which is funny enough what we were just talking about. So you've got the floor, Alla. Please feel free to start things off.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank everyone for joining and for making this amazing, long, and I think never ending. I don't want it to end ever, this amazing event. I'm so excited to be here and to talk about community leaders. I'm going to share my screen and I hope that you can see it. And today we are going to talk about community leaders and about the way to find, attract, and support them so you can get those amazing people who can be your eyes, hands, and brains within your communities. So I hope that this session will be insightful and interesting for you. So Sophia introduced me a bit and I'm extremely happy that she mentioned everything, but I just wanted to add that you are all welcome on my database because I made it for community managers. It's from community manager to community managers, and I gathered over 130 resources for you there, and you can check podcasts, videos, some articles, something that maybe could be useful for you. I'm teaching community management within Metaspilnota. Metaspilnota is Ukrainian community of community managers. We have that, and we are extremely happy about it. And I'm proud to be part of Led by Community and be a mentor, be a speaker, and just observe what amazing things this great community and these amazing people are doing. And this is my typical picture that I add to my slides when I'm presenting, because I think this is a visualization of community managers' work. You are having fun and you are cheering everyone, you're creating, building, you're engaging, but at the same time, it's extremely hard. I think it resembles me the way I'm doing ballet for hobby. So you're having fun, but it's extremely challenging. So if you are building communities, you should remember that you are awesome, that you are amazing, and you are doing a hard work. So yeah, cheers to everyone who are doing that. And we are moving to the topic. And first of all, I want to ask you and wants to reflect on the term. What is community leader to your opinion? To my opinion, is something different from community ambassador or brand ambassador, from the advocate, because community leaders are those people on location or within certain segment of your community who can be your helper, who can be that bridge between community and stakeholders. So community leaders, to my opinion, are those people who are in the community and who are helping you to drive it and who can give you some local peculiarities, who can give you specifics that you maybe don't understand, don't know, because your community is all over the world or all over the country. And community leaders are those people who can be your partners in crime, who could be your collaborative partners. So to my opinion, brand ambassadors or community ambassadors are people who are more like on the external part of the community. They promote your community externally, they show that you are doing amazing things, but community leaders working mainly internally to drive community together with you. So yeah, that's about community leaders. But if you feel like naming your community leaders, ambassadors or advocates or champions or something in some another way, you are welcome to do that. Nobody can stop you, but just take into account that they should understand that they can influence the way you drive the community, because leaders versus ambassadors is more about setting up the vector, how you develop community together with you as a community manager, while ambassadors are more people who just get the content, get the insights, get the information and pass it to the community externally. So we know right now who community leaders are. We should think if you need them, right? Do you need community leaders in your communities, for instance? I made several points that you can reflect and can think about. I think that you need community leader if you are scaling fast. If your community is growing and you want to be aware of everything that is going on, you should get your leaders, because they could be your people right there. If you have some request from stakeholders that you need leaders, that you need people who can help them to pass some information to the community and to get some information from the community to stakeholders, maybe you also need these people, because you are only one community manager and you are doing amazing things, but you need your people over there in the actual community on the field. Maybe you already have people who are driving some initiatives or helping you to do something within the community, and they don't have any rank yet. They don't have any, this status or this title, but they are doing this. Maybe you need to recognize and highlight them because they are amazing and they are doing cool things for you. There are various ways that you can define whether you need your leaders or not. And in my case, we had some issues, some challenges that we have within community. We start to grow fast, and we started to grow locally. So we need some local people who understand what is the specifics of the location, what could be cool for the community, what could be less cool. So I needed those people to help me to drive this community. Localization and low engagement was sort of my point. And also I had some requests from stakeholders. So think about your community. You already understand who could be your leaders. Do you need your leaders within the community? This is the next question that you can reflect on. And we are moving to the actual topic. We should find, attract, and support our leaders. How find them? I am always into making clear slide or one pager where you can find everything about your community initiatives, and community leaders initiative is not the exception. So you should make one pager or one document where you can set the expectations from this role, what is going on there, why are you searching for leaders, and what is community persona, because your leaders should fit in some precise profile. They should be active, they should have a certain level of expertise. Maybe you want to find a community leader within your juniors or middles or leads or seniors within your community, if your community could be segmented like this. Or maybe you want to find local leaders, as I did, right? And you make these expectations, you create this one page, and then you pitch the idea to your stakeholders, because if you have some people who could be potentially interested in your leaders, in cooperating with them, interacting with them, you should take into account the stakeholders' opinion on that. And then after the pitch, you need to update your slides or your slide deck. And then what I did, I invited unofficial potential leaders, people who already were driving some activities within the communities, to show them the concept, because they are already doing things. Why I'm not inviting them? So I did that. I invited potential leaders, and I showed them this easy slide deck for explaining them what I need within this role. And as you may see, my community leaders were named PM Community Champions. Why PM? Because project managers. I was managing the community of project managers. That's why I was looking for leaders, and they were PM Community Champions. I explained them what is happening within the community, what challenges we have. And also I was like, you are our people. You are the part of the community, and nobody knows what community needs rather than the community. I can have my assumptions, but I'm a local person in Ukraine and I have community all over the world. So yeah, I need you. You are leaders. You are my project managers within various locations, and I want people to follow you because you are great and you are doing great things, and people want to follow leaders, people want to follow champions. That's why I came to you and presented you this concept. Also, I explained the community persona, who are my leaders, and also there, as a last slide, I just presented what I expect my leaders to do, what jobs to be done I want them to do. I also explained how much time, how much of their precious time I want to take on the monthly basis, so we can drive it and we can make it blossom and make it an amazing and cool initiative. Yeah, so I explained all that. I brought it to my potential leaders, and I actually got my short. I got half of my leaders. We are presenting to those people who are already active within the community. I'm sure within your community, you already have someone on your mind who is active, who is eager, who is interested in helping you to drive the community, because maybe they're already doing that. So I got my half leaders there, and then I just went to local communities and invite the whole community, people who wanted to join this session, and explain them the concept. I showed them the same, those slides that I shared with you, this slide deck, and I explained them the concept, and I said them that after this call, I'll send them the survey, which have only 2 questions, quite easy. The first one is, would you like to become a leader? Yes, no, maybe with the Copilot. You can give several options. And the second question is, if not you, then who? Please advise me someone from your community who could be a great leader, because I'm sure that you know some people. And it's quite easy, but in this case, I get my list of those people who are already interested, and I put them in this new survey form. I added their pictures, added their contact information, and the whole community and stakeholders could vote for them. So they mentioned that yes, I want to be a leader. Then I made this list, and the whole community plus stakeholders voted. And you see the asterisks here. What does it mean? Don't make those surveys anonymous, because some community people, some project managers, not only project managers, could be quite, they would like to win. So they would send those forms maybe not only to project managers, but we are limited within our community. So make it non-anonymous, because it will help you to limit any sort of controversial situations. So just check whether your community is voting. And after this voting, you'll get your top person, you'll get your leader, the person who will drive local community together with you. And if you don't have anyone who mentioned, yes, I want to be a leader, then you can go to this second question, if not me, then who? And you can again try to contact these people personally and explain them again what is the scope, what are the benefits, how much you will support them because you want them to join and you are extremely interested in that. So this is the whole process. I went to one of the locations and I explained them the flow. I was like, okay, guys, I want to do this amazing initiative and I want you to be the part of it. I want to find local leaders among you. And I explained them, I showed them slides, and I have a question to you. To your opinion, what was the reaction? And you can use the chat for that. I know that we have 30 seconds delay, so I'll be able to see your answers a bit later, but I'll see them anyway. Just imagine, you join a new location, you join and contact new people that you want to explain this leadership concept or any concept that you want to share with your community, and how your community could react and how community that I approached react to your opinion. Okay, and I also see one question in questions and answer. This is amazing, so we'll cover it later. Okay, maybe someone can help me with the chat, but I think that there are no options, no. Maybe you can just imagine it again, and yeah, sometimes we need to pitch our ideas to community, and I hope that the reactions that you get are amazing. So yeah. I think that I'll just show you my perfect next slide, and you'll be able to reflect on that, because I think sometimes when you join community and you explain them something extremely cool, you can face something like this. Community could not be impressed. They could just, okay, yeah, I have the next meeting soon, so what is going on? Okay, some leaders, some champions, great. And I was looking at them and I was like, okay, guys, I was thinking, okay, guys, maybe you are not that impressed, but I'm a community manager. And I think that community managers' work is to create opportunities, not to press something, not to stress on something, not to pressure people to do something. We are creating opportunities. I created this opportunity and you can react the way you want. And I just left this meeting with a bit, the feeling that it's not that cool, but it's okay. It's normal. But then I sent the survey. And what was my surprise, that actually a lot of people wanted to become a leader, a local leader. And we put them into this amazing survey, and we had to, it was like actually sort of fight to become a leader. And yeah, you see, a lot of people wanted to be a leader, and we found our leaders. And I also like the quote of one of project managers, that all project managers could take this role because we have an amazing community. And sometimes I think that you can reflect on that and you can relate to that. If the reaction is not that exciting, if people even are not that impressed to your opinion, it's not that they refuse and they reject your concept and idea. Then when you send the survey, everyone could be a leader, everyone would like to join you and to be the part of the project. So if you are about to launch some new project and you are afraid that your community won't be that impressed, don't be in a hurry. I trust in you and into the process. Everything would be amazing. I just sent you a race of amazingness to your communities and to your work. So yeah, we talked about community leaders. Who are they? Whether you need them or not. And then we moved to the way to find them. And we found them, for instance. We found them either by presenting the concept to those who are already leaders, or to go into your community and say, okay, you can become a leader, let's join us. Then to the way we can attract the community leaders. And here I brought to you something exclusive, something extremely exclusive. This is the scope that I've made for my community leaders. And it's quite easy to read, and I'll explain it to you. So what is extremely important for you if you want to find your leaders is to make the clear scope. What do you want from your leaders? How many hours? What exactly do you want those leaders to do within those hours? This is extremely important, as well as benefits, of course, because people want to gain something from being a leader. And in my case, I made a map, and as you may see, we changed from 8 hours per month to 6 hours per month, because we saw that 8 hours is too much. So we made the number of hours less. We dedicated less hours to our initiative and wanted our leaders to do that. And within those 6 hours, what we expect community leaders to do. Half an hour per month is to align with stakeholders, to get on a meeting with them or get in touch with them in chat and find out what's new within the company, within the project, within the community, what stakeholders want to pass to the community, and maybe what leaders want to pass from the community to stakeholders. Then half an hour we met with all leaders and talk about our pains, gains, about what we are doing, what maybe help we need, maybe to check some formats. So we had this monthly meeting. Also, we had this 1800 seconds meeting. The 1800 seconds meeting is not the best name for the meeting, I should say, because it's like sounds that it's extremely long, but it's just 30 minutes. Then I renamed it. It's funny, but yeah, it was some pain point for me. But what this meeting is about, we make a meeting for the community, and our leader invites all the community to join it. And within half an hour, we observe and we interact with everything. 5 minutes for introducing newcomers within the community who just joined us. Let's say hi to them and thank you for joining us. Then we move to company news, 5 minutes per each updates from each stakeholder. We have 3 stakeholders. We have 15 minutes for stakeholder updates. And then we have some time for questions. So half an hour, and your leader don't need to think about what to talk with the community, what to do, what notes do I have. They have clear structure. They can just hop on this call, and they could have these small notes for as updates for community, and they just deliver it. So half an hour for stakeholders alignment, half an hour for all champions and leaders meeting, half an hour for meeting your community and welcome newcomers, and then 4.5 hours for co-organizing one event per month. This was the core responsibility of my community leaders, to help organize this event locally. And people love this scheme. People love this scope, that it's clear and that they understand what are they hop on. They just need to do this and that. It's quite easy. So while we are talking about benefits, I just wanted to tell that I was engaging people into different directions, into personal brand development opportunities, and also into interactive competition. And as we had our leaders as a volunteer activity, so we could not pay them or give them any bonuses, I created other options for them to be engaged within this initiative. Because engagement, this is what we are doing as a community people. And if we are talking about personal brand development opportunities, you can suggest and you can give a lot to your community leaders. You can announce them, and usually those posts with announcements of new leaders were like extremely engaging. People liked them and appreciated them. And also you can feature your community leaders internally in various digests. And as well, I added my leaders when I found 15 leaders in 11 locations, 3 countries. Added all of them into the year in review. We made a video, and actually this video was sent from one person to another within the company, because they saw my leaders and they were like, Vitaly, I saw you. And I think this is something that maybe your leader won't tell you personally, but they appreciate when you recognize them and you highlight their achievements, highlight their presence in your life and in life of your community. So think about that. There are other options as well. And also I made a competition for my leaders. I called it championship because they are project managers, and I thought that I can add PM somewhere. And I decided to do it like this. And they are champions as well. So it's a championship. What were expectations within this championship to my leaders? I was giving them points in 6 various categories. So as their core activity, what they need to do is attendee rate. I was checking their events and the way they attended, how many people registered, joined, and stayed till the end of the event. And I was checking all that. And then there was a speaker score. Some of the events, they had this leave your how many stars will you give to this speech. And it was important because my leaders were involving and searching for speakers to those events and activities. Also, I made surveys for stakeholders for them to give their opinion about leaders, and there was recognition rate. People could give their mark to leaders and to the way community is developing, and awareness rate. Our leaders make posts for the community. And talents discovery. We had page with the talents, and my community leaders could add those talents to the to this page. And I counted how many people they added, so I gave them points for this. And you can think about it, and I prepared for you a slide, and you can read a lot about this championship and about these 6 categories. What I wanted to show you, the presents that we gave to them. As a result, we made this activity and we had one winner, and all the project managers, all members of the local community got those amazing boxes because this person won. And the next year, we made it a bit in a different way. We assigned badges for various quarters. In each quarter, they could do activities and get badges. And then the leader who got the biggest number of badges could be the winner and could be the top contributor and got that box as well. And what I wanted to wrap up is the way you can support your leaders. And here I just wanted to tell you 3 things. Omit operational work. Don't allow your leader to do any emails, text, images. Do it yourself. Encourage your people and recognize them. Find the ways to give them presents or recognition or personal brand development options. Yeah, so these are the ways you can find, attract, and inspire and support your community leaders. And I am extremely happy to be here. And you can check later the example of the one-pagers that you can make about your initiative about leaders. And let's connect. And I wish you to find your amazing leaders who will be great helpers for you and who will boost your community as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Alla. That was a brilliant session. Lots of actionable insights and takeaways that you shared with us. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your beads of wisdom with us.